Hello everyone, my name is Srinidhi. Today we will be discussing about the topic TDS and TCS in GST. Let's get into the basics first. So let's start with TDS. What is TDS? TDS is the mechanism where certain registered persons deduct tax at the time of making payment to suppliers. So when the supplier makes his supply of tax of let's say goods or services, the recipient deducts a certain portion of tax and deposits it to the government. Core concept is it ensures tax compliance by collecting tax upfront before the supplier receives payment. It helps in tracking the transactions of goods and services. So the rate is 2%, that is 1% CGST and 1% SGST. So let's see who deducts tax. It's mainly government authorized personnel or government controlled entities, that is central state government, department or establishments, local authorities, government agencies and notified persons. It includes public sector undertakings and any other local authority which is controlled by government. So as per recent amendment, there is also any GST registered buyer who purchases metal scrap from another GST registered seller, and this is not government controlled. This is any registered buyer. Next is, when is TDS applicable? It is contract value exceeding 2.5 lakh excluding GST. It's taxable. There needs to be taxable supply of goods and services, and supplier must be GST registered. Next is TCS. TCS is a bit unique because TCS only applies to electronic commerce operators. They collect a specified percentage of tax from supplier sale proceeds and deposit the government on behalf of supplier. So the electronic commerce operator works as a middleman over here between supplier and recipient, and he collects the amount from recipient and collects a certain tax and later deposits that amount to government. Next core concept is compliance makes compliance easier and provides clear tracking of e-commerce activities. Next is TCS is collected at 1%, that is 0.5% CGST and 0.5% SGST with no threshold limit. And these rates can change based on the platform. Next is a certain compliance requirements from deductors and collectors point of view. First is tax payment. The amount that is deducted and collected needs to be paid right to the government. That is done before 10th of next month. Like if he collects in January, before February 10th he has to pay the amount to government, and in appropriate challan as well, GST challan, that is form GST PMT 06, and after that monthly returns, that is before 10th as well, like first tax payment, later returns, that is file GSTR 7 for TDS and GSTR 8 for TCS by 10th of following month. Next is certificates, like TDS certificates for suppliers within 5 days after 10th of following month. Certificates is to be issued. For TDS it's GSTR 7A. For TCS there is no appropriate certificate. Next is common challenges and penalties. So first would be late filing of returns, that is 200 per day, 100 CGST, 100 SGST, the maximum of 5,000 rupees. And for late payment of tax is interest 18% per annum from delayed amount from due date. And if no issuance of certificate, supplier cannot claim credit, leading to disputes and complaints if no certificate is issued. Like he doesn't have proof that filing is done, so he can't claim credit. Next is challenges is reconciliation mismatches, that is deductors and suppliers claim do not match. There might be some calculation errors or portal glitches, portal issues during peak filing periods, and complex calculations. Correct taxable value for TCS and TDS deduction needs to be accurate. So let's see what are the best practices for management. That would be automate processes. So instead of human calculations, they should leave this to computers and advanced softwares to calculate, track and file TDS. Next would be regular reconciliation. So supplier and the recipient needs to match their records monthly and identify and resolve if any discrepancies are there. Next, staff training. So the staff should be well trained and well educated about these matters because these rates and keep on changing. Next is timely compliance. So 10th of every month reminders need to be set so that accurate payment and proper filing can be done without penalties. Next is maintain documentation. That is organized records of invoices and certificates and returns should be kept by both the parties. And professional guidance, like if a company has multiple branches, so GST experts consultation is mandatory. Thank you.